This podcast discusses paranormal activity and other topics some might find disturbing. Listener discretion is advised.
Is it a chill or a ghostly breeze? A knock, a tap, what do you believe? Ghosts, gossip, gather around where the lost and the haunted are found. Ghosts, gossip, don't make a sound. Truth or tales, we'll dig it out.
Hello, everybody. My name is Ashley, and I'm the host of the Ghost Gossip Podcast. And today I have Liam with the Spooky Shed Podcast joining me. Hello, Liam.
Hello.
Hello. That was an accent. How did I do?
Well, it was a bit posh.
What does that mean? Is that an insult? Are
Fancy.
you insulting me?
No, just no. Well, I'm the least posh person on the planet, so yeah, I don't know what the equivalent is for you.
Okay. Well,
I don't know. Don't know.
if it's an insult, it would probably be twat.
No, because this is the thing over here, though. Because words that are used as insults can also be used in a good way as well. Like one that I said to you the other day as well.
I was
but
going to say,
that's
what was that? Dooley or something?
Doyle.
Doyle. Yeah.
But that only about 5% of this entire country will know what that means. Just literally the people where I live. It's a very regional thing. I don't know. Nobody actually knows what it means. Like if someone calls you a Doyle, it could be the worst thing in the world. If someone calls you a Doyle, it could be the best thing in the world. It's just all in context. Yeah.
Well,
Same as twat though.
well, apparently I say twat wrong. So everybody in the US, all my listeners, we say it wrong.
You do. It's twat, not twat.
What is it?
Twat.
Twat.
See, that's you've come the closest out of everybody I've got to say. You've done the best. So.
Thank you. Thank you. I try. I do try.
When people say twat, that's when it annoys me.
It all sounds the same to me.
Twat and twat are two different words. I can't understand how that sounds the same.
It sounds the same, but when you say
so
it like that, it sounds different. But when I say it, it sounds
exactly.
the same.
But exactly. So if I said what and what, then there you go. So you say twat like what, but you should be saying twat like what. I don't know what the hell I'm saying.
And now everybody has had a lesson on how to pronounce the word twat.
Exactly. That was the best one yet.
Yay! So you, my friend, are kind of a paranormal conundrum, right?
Yeah.
When I say that, I mean, you have a paranormal podcast,
Mm-hmm.
but you don't know if you believe in the paranormal. You believe in something, but you just don't know what it is.
I believe in a lot more now. I still don't know what I believe in, but I believe in a lot more now.
Tell me about it. Let's talk. Let's chat.
Well, where do you want to start?
How long have you been podcasting?
Been nearly 2 years now doing the Spooky Shed.
What got you started?
It was Billy's fault. So Billy
Damn
was
it,
my
Billy.
exactly. So Billy was my original co-host, and me and him originally did a football podcast, Soccer for
You
You.
mean like soccer?
Yeah, no, I mean football,
I can get him riled up, y'all.
not that egg ball shit that you have,
Okay.
where you never use your feet hardly. But yeah, anyway, before I get too
they
before I get too
run.
annoyed,
They run on their feet.
you run in most sports, but still. Anyway, no, I'm not getting into this. I refuse.
I'm over
to.
here like poking.
Yeah. So we did that originally, and then it was all right. We had a laugh doing it, but then randomly after doing that one day, we literally got onto the conversation of if we believed in ghosts or not. And surprise to me, even though I'd known Billy for a long time, that he was into paranormal investigations and stuff. I never knew that until we had that conversation, and he was
Right.
telling me about all this equipment that he had. And we ended up sitting there for an hour just arguing, talking, calling each other twats. And then we literally just decided, we were like, that's better than anything we've done before. We should have just recorded that. So then we just decided, well, we'll just do this instead.
And then you ran him off.
I
He's like-
didn't. He ran himself off because that's what Billy does.
Damn it, Billy. Damn it.
But I'm used to it, so I don't mind.
So he was really into the paranormal, but you
Mhm.
were like, meh, this is fun. Let's talk about it. What was your first like real paranormal encounter that you just couldn't explain no matter how hard you tried to explain it away?
Mm. Well, this is what I mean. This is weird. So because when I was a kid, I was really into it when I was a kid. So when I was well, up until I was about 5 years old, I used to sit in my bedroom and talk to people that weren't there. And very recently, found out who one of them people is, possibly because I got given names and stuff, and it turns out them names fit. So that was weird. And I always like watching scary stuff, even when I was a kid. And then I don't know what it was. In my head, I'm sort of hoping that I say hoping because it could be traumatic as hell. I'm hoping I've got some sort of repressed memory of something that happened, and then that stopped me believing in stuff. Because I just like for all, at some point in my life, I just stopped believing in everything, and I was just like, whenever somebody would mention ghosts and stuff, like, nah, it's bollocks.
It sounds like something scared you.
Possibly, but one thing that did scare me that I still can't explain, and like I say, this I mean, it might not even be paranormal. You know, there could be a very logical explanation for this. I've not told this story for a while, so you will have to bear with me. So, can't remember exactly how old I was. I know I was a teenager, and it was the first time I was left on my own in the house for. I think it was just a night. I think my mum and dad had gone away for the night or a couple of nights somewhere. And in our house, when we all lived at home, it was a weird thing that we always did. So the key for the front door was always left in the door. Like when we were in the house, it was always in the door, so you could just lock it, and it just got left in the door overnight all the time. Don't know why I just did. So loads of people used to say that was weird. I don't know why,
Was it on the
but
inside?
yeah.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
stupid
Okay.
to
Yeah,
leave it
yeah.
on the outside. Well, I wouldn't be able to lock it from
Well,
the outside, would I?
I know, but I'm just making sure y'all aren't just like, so anybody could just come on in whenever they want. We just left it there. Y'all just come on in. People leave their door unlocks all the time. Keys out,
Yeah, and
just
they're the people.
whatever.
And then they're the people that get burgled and then cry about it on Facebook. Idiots.
So anyway, the keys on the inside.
Yeah, so always, like, literally, I can never remember a time when, like, somebody locked the door and took the key out of the lock. Never happened ever, and I never did it, not
Mhm.
once. And then I remember I'd been out with my friends one night. I came home, thought I wasn't going out again, so locked the door. I remember I got a shower, and then I decided I'm hungry. I'm gonna go to the shop and get some sweets and stuff. So then went to open the door, and it was locked, but my key wasn't there. So I was like, "Where the hell is my key?" And more to the point, how the hell is the door locked? So then we used to have a shelf in the hallway next to the door, and in my head, if it was gonna be anywhere, it should be there.
Right.
But my key was upstairs, so I don't know how the hell the door became locked. So that freaked me out. And like I said,
Mhm.
I must have been about 14, 15 at the oldest. I remember thinking to myself, like, right, this is really bloody weird, and I don't even care. This people might say this is really sad and a bit embarrassing, but I remember I was on the phone to my uncles and everything. I was like, right, there's somebody in the house. They've locked themselves in here with me. You need to come round and look through the cupboards and under the beds and everything with me because I'm going to get murdered. But it was literally the weirdest thing, and I still don't understand because as well. This is the other weird thing. So, like I say, because I went in the shower, I didn't actually go upstairs because weirdly our bathroom was downstairs. That was
Bedrooms
apparently that was always
upstairs, bathroom down.
yeah, that apparently that was always weird as well, that our bathroom was downstairs. My
Huh.
mum and dad's house layout was really bizarre. So I came in, went straight in the shower, and like I said, I didn't even go upstairs, and then my key was upstairs and
Huh.
the door was locked.
So was it your individual key? Like everybody had their own key and that key was
Mhm.
yours?
Yep.
And your key always stayed in the door or a key always stayed in the door?
Well, it was just whoever locked the door.
Oh, whoever locked the door last.
Whoever was the last one in, basically.
Huh. That's strange. Could somebody not like be like, "Oh, that's Liam's key," and like walk up and put it in your room?
No, because I was the only one in the house.
Oh, that's right. And everybody was gone, so somebody would should have locked it on the way out.
Well, like I said, because I unlocked it when I came home, but then I can't remember what I did with it. In my head, what I would have done 99% of the time is put the key in the lock the door.
Mhm. And just left
But
it
yeah.
and walked away.
Yeah. Mhm.
Huh.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Weird.
Yeah. Just
Still
weird.
never been able to explain that, and it still freaks me out a little bit.
I've had shit like that happen, and it's like, how did that end up there? Of all the places,
Mhm.
this is crazy. So not the same, but similar. It was last year, and I had used my credit card for something,
Mhm.
and I was like, I put my credit card on the nightstand because I was in my room, and I was trying to do something for my daughter. I was busy. Used my
Mm.
credit card, put it on the nightstand. Come back to put it back in my wallet. It's gone, and I'm like, where did this thing go? My logical conclusion was the cat must have knocked it off and played, messed around with it, pushed it somewhere. I searched high and low for that card, could not find it anywhere. I mean, I looked under beds. I ripped every bit of the sheets off. I looked under the mattress. I looked under the dresser. So logically, where she would have pushed it, where the cat would have pushed it, it was not there. It just wasn't there.
Mm.
Well, I ended up having to order a new one. So the new one came in, got the new one in the mail, and then I heard a voice tell me, look under the bed. I looked under the bed. I had already looked under the bed because remember, I tore the room apart looking under everything. The credit card was not there. But I heard that voice say, look under the bed. So I went upstairs and looked under there and there it was. And I'm like,
Mm.
where the hell did that come from? So like I've had something similar and it's like, where
Mm.
was that? Because I tore this room apart looking for it. But yet
Yeah.
there it is. Now, weeks later, I mean, I already got my new credit card and everything. So, that takes like, 5 to 7 days. Weird. It was, well, what are those things that take things and hide things? What are they called in the paranormal community? Little,
Twats.
are they, uh, what is it, like leprechauns or what do people call them?
For gods.
Not leprechauns. I can't remember what they are, but they take things. And they like
And
shiny things.
they're magpies. It makes me think of the borrowers.
What are the borrowers?
You don't know what the borrowers are?
No, what are the borrowers?
Oh, the little tiny people that live under your floorboards and, like, borrow stuff.
That sounds horrible.
I was a kid's well, I think it was a book originally, but it was a kid's film. I used to watch it all the time. It's funny.
Huh. We had a different name. I've never heard of borrowers, but I cannot remember, but I remember when I was a kid, I was a teenager, I lost something and somebody
Mm.
said, why do I think leprechaun? But it's not a leprechaun. I don't think it's a leprechaun. They like shiny things. Replace it with something else. Give them something else shiny and you'll find what you
Mm.
lost. So I put change under my dresser and then I looked a few days later and my ring was under there.
Yeah, that's weird.
It is weird, but I'm weird. We know
Yeah.
this.
Well, same. But like I said, the whole thing with that with me was, with the missing key incident, was the fact, like I said, if my key hadn't have been upstairs, I wouldn't have freaked out as much. But like I said, I hadn't even been upstairs. I had my key with me because obviously I needed it to get
Right.
into the bloody house.
You
So
came
how the hell has it
home
ended
and
up
didn't even
upstairs?
go up there. Huh.
But then I also don't know why I went and looked upstairs.
Something told you, go look upstairs.
Possibly.
Mhm. That is weird.
Mm.
If you come home, hadn't gone upstairs, but you got in the door because the door was locked, so you opened the door, didn't go upstairs, how'd your key get upstairs?
Exactly. That's what I mean. There's no.
That makes
That's where our logic goes out the window for me.
yeah, because if you had gone upstairs, then logic just says you just didn't remember carrying it up
Mhm.
there and placing it down, but if you didn't even
Exactly.
go upstairs, then how did it get upstairs?
Mhm.
It was a borrower. It just borrowed your key and scurried upstairs to the floorboards and was like, "I'm just gonna borrow this. Be right back. Bye."
Possibly.
That's how they talk, by the way, in my head. They're American,
Clearly.
little bastards. So, what anything else happened when you were younger?
No, but not when I was, like, living at home still. So I moved out of my mum and dad's house when I was 17.
Mhm. Wow,
Stupid
you were
idea.
young.
Yeah, stupid idea.
Oh,
Um,
but you knew everything, I'm sure.
yeah, obviously. Still do now.
I know. I know you, remember?
In reality, I don't have a pissing clue, but yeah.
Mhm.
So I moved out. I moved in with a girlfriend at the time, and it
Oh.
was an old house. Yeah, but yeah, and she was older than me. That was why. Stupid idea still. Idiot.
Oof. That's a story for a different day. We need that's like a Patreon episode to hear Liam's older woman story. Ooh.
No, so it wasn't really that much older, Christ.
I have it in my head like she's like 30 years older than you, robbing
No.
the cradle.
No, she's about 5 years older than me.
That's a big difference at 17, though.
Yeah, it is now I think about it, but at the time, it wasn't, but yeah.
Yeah.
Um, so the like, weird things happened in there, like, I was always hearing, like, footsteps everywhere. It was really weird.
Footsteps when there's nobody home are it's very strange.
Well, I always say it because, like, that's something and something I used to say a few years ago would be like, "Oh, it's just the floorboards creaking." Given now, like, now obviously I believe in a lot more and I've experienced a lot more stuff now, like, there is a noticeable difference between a floorboard creaking and footsteps. There's
Right.
a massive
Yes.
difference between the 2.
There's a huge difference with house settling and, like, knocks, and, like, we were in the
Exactly.
we were in the living room last night, and it was my daughter, my middle daughter, my middle child was upstairs in her room because 'cause she's been sick. My youngest was downstairs with us, and it was me and Daniel, and we were watching TV, and we had eaten dinner, everything was off. It had been off, we had watched a movie, like, it was, like, an hour after dinner, so everything was cooled off, and we just
Mhm,
hear in the kitchen, all 3 of us were like,
mm,
and it sounded like somebody was making a plate of dinner.
mm,
And we went in there
yeah,
and we picked up the spoon from the pot and put it back down, and that was exactly the noise.
mm.
It
Yeah, it's
was
weird.
it is very weird. It was like,
Mm.
"Al, you hungry, buddy? You want some red beans and rice?"
That also definitely sounded like then that you just, like, quarantined the middle one, just like, "Right, get upstairs and be gone until you're better."
Well, no, she had a shot this week, and she's been puking ever since, and she just was pitiful, so she was up in bed, and she did not wanna be down with us. She was like, "I'm tired. I don't wanna be downstairs. I don't wanna eat. Like, I don't wanna smell food right now," so she was upstairs hiding from the food smell.
Fair dues. So, like I said, a lot of weird stuff used to happen in there all the time. Like light bulbs used to always. I went through light bulbs like hay bags in that house. Like, and bear in mind the house that I'm in now. I've been in here for 3 years. I've not changed a single light bulb. I know
Yeah,
for a
because
fact, as soon as I go back in the house now, they're all going to blow, just because of
all at
life.
one time, you better go buy some
Probably.
light bulbs just in case.
Yeah, exactly. But like I say, like literally, like what one who I'd have to change a light bulb at least once a week.
Like the same one over and over or just different
No,
ones in
no,
the
just
house?
different ones in the house. Yeah, that was always weird. But like I say, it was the footsteps that were the worst thing because it was almost as if it like if there was someone in there, they knew they were taking the piss because whenever I was upstairs, you could always hear them. Whenever I was upstairs, you could always hear them downstairs, and whenever I was downstairs, you could always hear them upstairs. That was hard to say. Don't know why.
What does taking the piss mean?
Oh god, you've spoke to Tommy. You should know some of our. No, well, in fact, Tommy's a southerner, isn't he? So he doesn't count.
He told me you were in a different part of the UK than him.
Oh yeah. Couldn't be much further apart, really.
Yeah, he's like, because I was like, because we were talking about the whole twat, debate, and he's like, "You're saying it right." And I was like,
Nah,
"Well,
he
Liam
says it wrong
said."
as well.
Well, Liam, he I said, "Liam said," he goes, "Liam is from a different part of the UK." I was like, "Oh, okay, gotcha."
Yeah, Tommy's a southerner. You don't want to ask him about how to pronounce things because he says everything wrong as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
But,
Uh,
okay, what is taking the piss? Does that mean going pee
um,
or drinking?
no, it's not like. Oh, how the hell do I describe this?
It's like shooting the shit?
So, like, if someone's doing like, if I said they were doing it to wind me up, would that does that mean anything to you?
Like almost instigating, like
Yeah, just doing it to annoy me, basically.
yeah. Okay, yeah, that makes
Yeah, so
sense.
yeah, they were doing it to take the piss, basically.
So
So
taking
that's
a
what you do.
piss,
So if you're annoying somebody or you're like giving them, I'm trying
you're
to think
giving
of.
him hell.
Yeah, basically, you'd say you're taking the piss out of them.
Okay, when you say when here, if we say, shooting if we're shooting the shit, it's like we're hanging out. Taking a piss means we're going pee or we're drunk, like piss
No,
ass
taking
drunk or
the
something.
piss, not
Yeah.
taking a piss, taking the piss. There's a big difference. Taking a piss still means the same thing over here.
In the loo.
Exactly. But that's something Tommy would say.
Bless it. Tommy's a sweetheart. Leave
Yeah, I know
Tommy
he is, but like I
alone.
say, Southerners say loo a lot more than bloody we do up north.
In the north of UK, what do you say?
That's a horrible word.
Well, what do you call a bathroom?
Well, either just toilets, bog, shithouse. I don't know. I'm trying to think of some others.
This is the UK terminology lesson, folks. This is what this is.
Pretty much, yeah. This is just UK slang with a bit of ghosts.
A little bit of ghost. That's right. Because I'm going to ask questions. If you say something I don't understand, I'll be like, wait.
Mm.
Because most of my listeners are in the US. So it's like, I do have some overseas, but most of them are US based.
Yeah, well, they won't understand a word I'm saying.
They'll be fine. He's got a great accent. That's what they're going to say. He's got a great accent.
No, it's Tommy's end of the country that everybody seems to like for some weird reason when it
I
comes
don't
to accents.
see. I think y'all sound the same.
Fair enough.
Am I going to get slack for that?
I've taken that as a little bit of an insult, but I
I'm
mean,
not trying to be insultive. It just sounds similar. But it's the same
well,
thing
what?
here. Southerners
Mm,
sound different than Northerners.
yeah, yeah.
So I get it. So after you moved in with the cradle robbing girlfriend, who did not end well, did
Aye.
anything else happen in that house?
No, like I say, it was the weird light bulb thing and the footsteps, but because I was 17 and like I say, it was the first time I sort of well, obviously not lived on my own, but not lived at home with my mum and dad and being all safe and everything. Like in my head, I told myself that it was all just in my head. And this is the kind of funny part to this story is that
Mhm.
I couldn't ask her if she could hear the footsteps as well
Why?
because she was deaf.
I mean, I'm not laughing because she was deaf, but
Yeah.
that is a funny part of this story because it's like,
Exactly. I can't get any confirmation if I'm going mental or if there is actually some upstairs.
well, she could feel vibration. I used to work with the hearing impaired, so I mean,
Yeah, but
they
it
could
was
feel
footsteps,
vibration.
but it was like footsteps. It wasn't elephant footsteps.
But I mean, still, they're pretty perceptive, you know. When one sense goes out, their other senses kind of pick up. So, but then again, she
Apparently that's
probably
a
would have.
myth, you know.
It is not. I can't see worth a crap, but I can hear really well.
Well, I
I'm
can't
supposed to
see
wear
or hear,
glasses.
so
Yeah, I am supposed to wear glasses. I'm like blind as a bat, but I don't wear them because I don't like them. I
I'm
can't see
used to
crap.
wearing them, and I paid too far too much money for them. So
Yeah. Well, I don't like them. I know this is probably more of a vain issue, but I don't like what I look like in them, but I don't like this ring light in front of me.
mm.
You wouldn't see my face. All you would see was reflection of my ring light because it's like
Well,
20
that's
inches.
like
It's
me.
huge.
Like if I look up, all you can see is the reflection from the window. Look,
Yep. Mhm. Yep.
but
But see,
I think
mine's
I
like,
look weird when I take them off now.
"Oh, who is that? Stranger. Golly, you do look different. That's
But yeah,
crazy." Yeah,
but
well, that
I paid like £220 for these, so I have to wear them.
I don't know what that means in dollars.
Well, it's not. I don't think there's much difference to it. I mean,
Okay, so
it'd
yeah,
be
a
there or
good bit of
thereabouts.
money.
Yeah.
Too much to not wear them.
Well, considering that technically they were only supposed to be for 1 day,
Wait.
we got matching glasses when we got married. So, yeah,
Oh, that's
stupid idea.
that is so
Yeah,
precious.
like I say, think about it. It cost us nearly £500 just for some glasses for 1 day. So now I
But
just wear
now
them all the time.
now you wear them all the time, so does she wear hers?
She wears a different pair every day. She's got about 14 different pairs of glasses.
She
Like
sounds fabulous.
she's unwell, to be honest. Not normal.
I think she sounds amazing. Personally, I have
She's
a
literally
purse for
got
every day.
stands in the bedroom where they all sit on.
Good
It's
for
not
her.
necessary. It's not
Let her,
necessary.
in the words of my own mother, who will be listening, "You buy as many pair of glasses as you want, honey."
Oh, she does.
Good for her.
And she's like, "Oh, I've got my eye test next week." I'm like, "Oh, she's gonna come home with about 7 pairs of glasses," and every single time she does.
Well, they have websites now. You can get them for like $7.
It's a good job. It's a good job she doesn't listen to any of these that I do. So thanks for that.
You're welcome. All right. So, is that the last bit of that house? Like, she could not confirm nor deny because she was
Hmm.
hearing impaired.
Yeah,
I'm sorry. I was not expecting that.
I know. That's why I leave it till the end.
All right. Fast forward. What happened next?
This is when I say that I think I'm like maybe I've got some sort of repressed memory or something where I got traumatized because it was when I got to like 18, 19, 20 years old, that sort of time was when I started just saying everything was bullshit. I was like, and I
Bollocks.
don't believe in any of that. Yeah, it's all shit,
Okay.
and I don't know why.
Well, I always say I mean, if you've listened, you've heard me say it more than once. People who believe in this stuff or don't believe in it, it's usually because of something happened and
Mm,
they either run away from it or they run towards it. Like, they're either like, heck no, that doesn't exist. Don't talk to me about it. Don't bring that near me. Or they're like, I want to know more. Let's start a podcast and talk to everybody and their mama about it. So
yeah,
that's usually doesn't seem to be any in between if somebody gets
mm,
scared of something, you know?
yeah.
So it makes sense that something might have happened that really freaked you out.
Possibly, like, it's I always say it's weird though, like I say, because I was so into it when I was a kid, like say I used to watch all the TV shows and everything, used to watch all the kids things like Goosebumps and everything. I used to watch horror films all the time.
Mhm.
I liked being scared, still do now, but then I don't know what it was. Something just either clicked in my head and made me think that, "Oh, this is all just bullshit," or something happened and, like I say, I've really, really repressed it because I've thought about this for a while and I can't think of anything.
Well, you know what's funny is when I was working with a mentor, she had asked me if something happened around age 6 or 7, if something had
Mm,
scared me. And I was like, "No, I don't think so." And she goes, "You probably have repressed it." She goes, "Really think about it. Was there a location that there was something that scared you?" And I started
mm,
thinking about it and I was like, "Well, actually, it was my grandparents' basement."
mm,
They had a basement that was dark and scary, and it always felt like there was somebody down there, and, like, we would run up the stairs because it felt like somebody was chasing you up those stairs, but there was, like, a living part of it that had a bed in it, and
mm,
that's kinda where we ended up when we stayed down there, and it was terrifying, but on the other side of the basement was a laundry room area, and which wasn't finished. There was, like, a door to this little section where the laundry room was, and in that back corner was, like, brick and rock, and I always felt like there was something back there. And it was
mm.
terrifying, and I hadn't thought about that in years, and when, just talking with her through that, it was like, because that was freaky. I hated that basement. I hated that basement. Hate it.
Mm.
I can still smell it to this day. I did not like that place. But, I mean, it is possible. Or it could have just been that age, you know everything and you're not scared. It's just like nothing that doesn't exist. If I can't see it, I don't believe it. Because, we're all kind of assholes around that age,
That's
16 to
weird.
about 25.
Yeah, that's weird.
What's weird?
That's made me remember something.
Oh,
But,
do
like
tell.
no, but, like, this isn't traumatic, it was just a really, really weird feeling. So, how old was I? I think I was 19 when my granddad died, and then after my granddad died, my sister moved in with my nana to look after her, basically, because she never liked being on her own and everything. So and then there was occasions when, like, I don't know, because my sister was, like, 17 and so there was times when she wanted to go out and stay with her friends or boyfriends or whatever.
Mhm.
And then we all used to take turns. And where my sister used to stay was my granddad's bedroom. So I remember I only stayed there once and I didn't sleep the entire time I was there
Mm.
because I don't know what it was, but just being in that room felt really weird, and I did
Did
not
he
like it
did
at
he die
all.
in that room?
No, no.
No. Okay.
But yeah, I just remember I was like, I'm not doing that again. Nope, somebody else
Yeah.
can stay.
Yeah. I get it. I know when I go in some of these
Mm,
haunted locations and I stay, it's like the energy in there is just
mm,
cannot sleep. My husband over there snoring doesn't feel a thing. And I'm just
yeah.
like,
Well, so I mean, like everybody else stayed in there, and they were all fine. I don't like I say, so I don't know whether it was it was just me who felt like that, but whether there's anything to that or not, I don't know. But it was just a really, like I say, obviously it wasn't a bad feeling because it was my granddad, but I don't know, I felt weird. I was just gonna say maybe that feeling was what made me go like, right, nope, don't like this anymore.
maybe. Was that the granddad that was the funny one that you've talked about? Okay. Interesting.
Mm,
Gotcha. That could be it. Because
mm,
sometimes those feelings, when you can't see it, but you can
mm,
feel it, those are terrifying. Because it's like you're
mm,
almost like being stalked by something that you cannot see. And
yeah,
it's like, where is that coming from? What is that? Because sometimes it's easier to be scared of something that you can see than when you can't see it.
yeah, definitely, definitely. And plus, the other thing that annoyed me with it was like I couldn't even, well, I still can't now. I still can't even like describe the feeling. It was just, I don't know. Like I felt like I didn't feel like somebody was watching me, but I felt like I couldn't go to sleep, and I don't know, like, I just felt like the room was, I don't know, like, it was just, like, it
Yeah, I
was
get it.
weird.
As somebody who's had that experience, I know exactly what you mean.
Didn't
This
like
is
it.
yeah. When I stayed at the winery in Missouri, there was a bunch of kids in that room,
Mm,
and they weren't bad, they weren't negative, they were just there, and it just felt like I was trying to sleep in the middle of a very busy room,
mm,
you know? I don't even know
yeah.
how else to describe it. They weren't doing anything, they weren't tapping or knocking or grabbing me or staring at me. It was just it felt like I was trying to go to sleep in the middle of a very active room where people were hustling and bustling, and it was just it
Mm.
was unsettling is the word that I use for it, just unsettling, like, I couldn't relax, I think I slept maybe 2, 3 hours finally once I finally did go to sleep about 3:30 in the morning.
Yeah, horrible.
So what happened you mentioned when I was on your show, or maybe after I was on your show and we were talking or something, you mentioned something in the woods? Something happened to you in the woods?
Yeah, so that was when me and Billy did our first little well, first and only because he's pissed off somewhere again, don't know where the hell he is. Could be anywhere.
Yeah.
Uh, so we did a little investigation of the woods near where I live now. So it's very small woodland area. It's only about 8 acres, I believe.
Mhm.
So like I say for a woodland area, that's tiny. But a lot of weird and dark shit has happened in there, like unfortunately, like, well, I mean, one person's too many, but far too many people have, like, taken their own lives in there. There was a bloke who got shot with a shotgun in there over drugs,
Oh
which,
my
funny
goodness.
enough, was a bloke that my dad used to work with, so, yeah, nice little connection there.
Oh.
Um, yeah, and then the worst one, I think it was 2003, a group of teenagers found a dead baby in a bin bag.
Oh my god.
Yeah, so, like,
You gotta
that's what I mean,
warn
so
me before you drop that kinda crap on me. Golly.
yeah, well,
Oh,
I told you some weird and dark, horrible shit has happened in there.
yeah.
Mm.
I don't know, something with a baby, that just makes it so much worse.
Yeah, I know. Well, there's also a bit with a dog if you wanna know that.
No, I don't.
Alright, well, I won't tell you then.
Thank you. So
That wasn't any better, but yeah.
mm,
So, he'd been and done little investigations there before, but he'd done it during the day. So I was like, "Well, that's a waste of time. Because
let's
if you're gonna
go
do
at
it,
night.
do it properly when it's actually scary."
Now
So
that we disagree because I have more activity during the day in my house than I do at night.
yeah, but if activity happens, it's scarier on a night when it's dark, isn't it?
Yes, it is, but I don't really have activity
Exactly.
at night. I have activity during the
Yeah, but that's
day.
my point though. Yeah, but that's my
Ah,
point though. It's scarier on a night.
well, it's 'cause you can't see.
Exactly. That's why it's funny. So we decided, right, we'll go there because we were looking for somewhere to go and do an investigation for a while, but
Right.
well, it was harder than we thought for some weird reason. So we thought, fuck it, right, it's literally over the road from our house. Let's go there. So we
Mhm.
used to play in them woods all the time when we were kids. Not together because we didn't meet till we were years older. But so we know that woodland like the back of our hand. Could walk around there with my eyes shut. Or at least I should be able to. So there's an old abandoned house in there. So that's where we basically started and jumped over the fence into the woods and literally 20 yards into the trees, I started feeling weird, started feeling sick, like just felt unwell. So I did not like that straight away. That was weird in itself. But I just
Right.
thought I don't know, maybe a bit disorientated being in the pitch dark or something. I don't know. Or maybe I was just worried about murderers more than anything else. So then we got to the house and we had a look around there. We got some of his equipment out. We've got some cat balls out and stuff. And Billy has a radar pod, which apparently are different to REM pods, which he told me off about. So yeah. So we set that up in front of the door to this old house that's in there. And then he also has this SLS app on his phone, little camera app.
Yeah.
So we set that up facing that and obviously the radar thing. So then put that there, and then we buggered off down the other end, recording something else, probably playing with the cat balls again. And then all of a sudden, that radar pod starts screaming its tits off. So obviously, we run back down there to see what's going on. Look at his phone, and whilst that's going off, there's a full stick figure, head, legs, arms, body, everything.
In the woods.
Hmm.
Mm. And it wasn't mapping a tree or anything.
No, because it was in front of a door. Because that was the first thing I said to him. I was like, "That's a stupid thing. That's not going to work when we're in the woods, is it? When there's trees and everything everywhere." So
Right.
that was why we're like, "We'll put it in front of this door then, because it was the only place that wasn't sticks and branches and everything."
Anything that could be the shape of,
Hmm.
like, a person, yeah. And it
Hmm.
mapped and so where that
Like,
radar was, it was in front of that house as well, and it was going off?
mhm. Mhm.
Yeah. It's like, I can only imagine somebody, "Get off of my lawn. Why are you here?" That's kinda like the first thing that comes to mind. Like, they're like, "What are you doing?"
Exactly.
I'm
Well,
internal resting.
when we got over there, like you say, that bloody radar was going off, and then we looked at that, and then it was when we looked at it, it was when it appeared. So as soon as that appeared, I was just like, "No, yes, we're gone. I'm going home.
And
Nope, I'm out."
and that was it.
No, no, that wasn't it because Billy wouldn't let me. So which was a good thing because then things got a little bit weirder as well. So this is going to be hard to explain. I'll draw you a little picture.
Okay. This is the
Just
first in
so
Ghost Gossip history.
it's just so it just because it'll be a lot easier to explain. So
Hey,
right,
this is your episode. We can doodle, that's fine. Go for it. I love it.
right. So main road there.
If you're
House
watching
is
this on
here.
YouTube, you will see it. But if not, you're gonna have to come watch it on YouTube so you can see it.
Right. So that's the road
Mhm.
where we were. So
Mhm.
then, I mean, I can't even see myself. Right. Yeah. So that's the house where we were.
Right?
And then this is a pathway here, and then that is an old abandoned hospital, and then and then where the hell is it? Yeah, that's the
Uh,
old stables.
Stables.
Yeah. So like I say, so obviously we like I say, know these woods like the back of our hands, so we go down that, walk past the hospital, come round here to go to the stables because that was where we were going because that was where Billy said he's had the most activity in there,
Uh-huh.
and ended up back at the house where we started. But the thing is as well, though, so it would have made sense if we'd ended up on this side, the side where the road is. But we didn't. We ended up on the other side where we were originally.
Not meaning to?
No, because like I say, we shouldn't have done that. Because like I say, we followed the path. We've got it on video.
That's so weird. Is the video
Exactly.
somewhere?
Yep.
Where?
YouTube.
YouTube.
Mhm.
YouTube. Say that again? YouTube.
That one was terrible.
We just call it YouTube.
That's what I said.
Love it. I was in London when I was 15, and that was
Terrible
my
place.
favorite. Yeah, I didn't like London, and they were really mean to us. People did not like us. I mean, I have teenagers now, so I totally get it. I don't like them either. We are pain in the ass, but it was just the best part was, like, listening to our tour guide, and we were all like by the time we left, we were look we sounded all I mean, like, horrible accents, but we were trying, okay? We're gonna go around the roundabout. The roundabout. Anyway, I love accents. So that I love accents.
Of all the words to choose, though, roundabout.
Roundabout, roundabout. Anyway, stop it. I have OCD. I'll keep saying it over and over until I get it right. Okay.
I'm just trying to work out why you go up and down with it.
I don't know. You
Just say
say it.
roundabout.
You see? Roundabout.
I don't go roundabout. Just roundabout.
See, I think it's fun to say roundabout. I don't know. I don't
Well,
know.
it might be, but you look like a lunatic doing it.
Well, no, not many people are going to see this. They're going to hear it, so they're not going to see me go roundabout.
But yeah, basically then, for people that are listening rather than watching, long story short, we ended up back at the house where even though we shouldn't have done because we followed the path that we know is there, that we could see is there because we're not complete idiots. We did take a torch with us. And so we went round past the hospital, and that was a weird bit as well because, like I say, it's just empty. The hospital's boarded up and everything, but in one room there was a light on. You could see it coming from the outside because the windows are
Wait.
boarded up.
An abandoned hospital, there was a light on?
Yeah,
So there might have just been a homeless person with their flashlight in there.
well, possibly. Well, no, it was far too bright just to be a
Uh,
flashlight, as you say, torch,
or
whatever you want to call
torch.
it.
Did y'all go
But yeah,
into the hospital?
no, it's fenced off. Yeah, I know.
Is it still there?
Yeah, yeah.
You should go back.
Well, the plan was until Billy disappeared again, is because what I want to do one day is go back, like record like from the house where we started round to the stables where we were going to go in the
Yeah,
like it's in the daylight so people can see it, and then do it again in the dark and see what happens.
I think you should. I think do it
Mm.
without Billy. Take somebody else.
I was going to say I'm not doing it on my own.
This episode, I'm gonna name it "Where's Billy?"
Far too many people ask that question, and far too. I've had more than 3 people actually question if he's real. I promise you.
Does anybody else ever see Billy, or is Billy just somebody that you see?
No, Tommy's seen, but
Tommy also sees a man in boots in his bedroom, so
that's a fair point. So
he sees
probably not
dead
the best
people.
person to ask.
Love Tommy. He's so good, though. He's such a great guy. Now, Have you ever done any other investigation other than the woods with the abandoned house and the hospital and property or stables?
Not yet.
You should.
I am. Next
When?
Saturday.
Next Saturday.
Is it next Saturday or the Saturday after?
I don't know.
Next Saturday, the 6th,
Oh, where are you going?
to an air museum.
Oh, cool.
Mm,
Cool, cool, cool. Now let me ask you a question. So I listened to your episode with the lady that you told me it was like your favorite episode.
mhm. Me Halloween one.
Yes, your Halloween one.
Mm.
And you're like, it freaked you out a little bit. What freaked you out? Because I listened to the whole thing. I was like, what scared him?
'Cause she told me stuff like when 'cause obviously, like I said at the beginning, when I used to talk to people that weren't there, so then obviously I tell her that, and then about 2 minutes later, she just asked me if I remember Charlie. I'm like, "No, I don't know anyone called Charlie." So then when we finished recording that, I messaged my mum and saying like, "Oh, when I used to talk," well, at first it was quite funny because it was like 11:30 at night, so I just messaged her and saying, "Are you still awake?" And she was like panicking, like, "Yeah, why? What's wrong? What's happened? What's up?" And I'm like, "Calm down."
Oh, your
So then
mom?
I said to her, "When I used to talk to people when I was a kid, was one of them called Charlie?" And she was like, "I can't remember exactly, but my dad's granddad was called Charlie. I'm sure there was some other relation that was called Charlie. And my mum's into mediumship and all that, and her spirit guide is called Charlie as well. So
Okay. Okay.
yeah,
Because
that's
I was
weird, isn't it?"
listening and it was a good episode, but I was like, what freaked him out during this episode?
Well, did you miss the bit where she told me there was like some weird creature thing in the shed with me?
Yes, but I was listening because I was like, is she going to truly be able to see what was around you? And I was waiting for her to tell you more, but she didn't. And I was like, and she's like, she says something like, she goes, maybe I just can't do it or something right now. And I'm like,
No,
what did
because
she
no,
say?
no, 'cause she like I said, she comes obviously because well, we worked this out afterwards actually, because she
Okay,
mentioned
well, we
about
didn't hear
flowers
that
behind the
part.
shed. Yeah, I know,
Yeah.
because we finished then, because we worked out
Oh,
afterwards.
you're like,
Because she
you're
meant
like one of those like little brothers that I'm just like, ah.
yeah, I know. That's what I do best. Because she kept mentioning flowers that were behind the shed, and I was like, "There isn't any flowers behind the shed, there's just a fence." Me being a idiot forgetting there's a massive field behind the shed. And the flowers that she was on about were the ones that are because there's like a weird little hill bit behind the my fence behind the shed, and there's all these white flowers on it, and that's what she
Hmm.
was on about. But then she also described my mum's house and my house and my brother's house.
Yeah, that's creepy.
Mhm.
Yeah. Remote viewing. I have the capabilities to do it. I don't know how to do it. So it's interesting people that can just do it and control it and it is oh, yeah. Maybe
Mm.
one day I'll be that good, you know? Maybe. Maybe.
I was gonna say something then, but it would have made me sound really bad. I was gonna say I couldn't be trusted to be able to do that, but not in a
Okay,
weird way.
creeper.
Not in a weird way, no. I mean, what I would do is I'd go and see what people are doing, and then I'd, like, text them and just, like, tell them what they're doing. And say, like, "Why are you watching that? That program's rubbish. Put something else on."
Yeah, you'd be more of a pest than anything.
I'd take the piss out of them.
Yeah. I do this. I can hone in on somebody
Mm,
if I'm thinking about them and if I concentrate really, I mean, I know if there's something wrong. Like, I
mm,
can almost it's not I don't see them. I can see them in my head, of course, but I don't see where they are, but I can hone into their energy and be able to tell, and it freaks my friends out because I'll get them in my head. They'll just pop up in my head, and I'm like,
mm,
"Hold up." And so I'll stop and I'll focus on them, and I can tell if there's something wrong. And then I'll text them, and they'll be like, "How do you always know?" And I'm like, I'm me. But, like, the other day, I was talking to my best friend Jada, and she's a listener. Hi, Jada. And she just came in my mind very heavy, just she was just there. And so I was
mm,
like, "Something's wrong." So I text her. I was like, "Hey, are you okay?" And she's like, "Yeah, why?" I was like, "Well, you were just on my mind and something just, was off, so I just wanted to check on you." She's like, "Well, actually, I just sent a really difficult email and I'm upset." And I was like,
mm.
"Okay. Wow." And, like, she literally looked at the time. She sent the email 1 minute, and then a minute later, I text her.
Yeah, that's
And then
weird.
so I can't remote view, like, I can't
Right,
go consciously, I cannot go and see where they are and see what they're doing, but I
yeah.
can consciously tap into them and know if something's wrong.
Yeah, but, like, by the sounds of it, you're doing that, like, that's just completely, like, you don't have a choice, that just happens, that's almost like some sort of weird, like, intuition thing.
Mhm. But not everybody has it.
Well, no, obviously not, but that's what makes it weird.
That is weird. I know.
'Cause
I'm
if
good being
everybody
weird.
could do it, then,
It
well, it
wouldn't be
wouldn't be very weird.
special. My mama says
Exactly.
I'm special.
I am, but different type of special.
Yeah, well, it happens. It's all right. There's a place for all kinds of special in this world. What else is happening? You've
Well,
had
this is
something weird happen lately.
I was waiting for that because 'cause I've annoyed you with this.
Well, you don't annoy me, but yes, you've already told me.
Alright, I took the piss.
Yeah, well, okay,
Yeah.
whatever.
So, again, since the Halloween special
Mhm.
and another friend of mine, Michelle from Shell Spooky Stories,
Yes, I talked to
between
her the other day.
between the 2 of them, they've been telling me stuff that has been very weird and, like, basically now, like, I've basically almost confirmed and basically 100% now believe that my granddad is in my house.
I said that too during my episode.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but they told me more weird stuff and, like, now, like I said, that was you were the first one, so now, like I said, now we've got 2 and 3, it's, like, almost confirmed now. Apart from actually seeing him, then yeah.
What's his name?
So, what's his name?
Mhm.
Well, I told you this because, like I said, nobody's ever gonna be called that name again. That's why it
Yeah, you
makes it
did.
funny to me.
You
Yeah.
did.
He's called Norman.
Norman, that's right, because the cow Norman of the movie.
Mm,
That's right.
movie.
There's a movie about a guy, he goes city slickers. He goes and he gets a cow, and he doesn't wanna kill the cow, so he takes the cow home, and I'm pretty sure the cow's name is Norman.
Fair enough. Fair
Meh,
enough.
I don't know. I was a kid when I watched it.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Mhm.
Yeah. So obviously, I have a son now as well. So Elijah, he's now 1, or if you wanna be one of them dickheads, he's, like, 13 months. Fucking annoys the shit out of me, that. How old's your kid? Oh, he's 18 months. No, he's not, he's 1. Just fucking say 1. But yeah, anyway, that's moving on because that annoys the shit out of me as well. Right, so whenever he sees a picture of my granddad, he always does the same thing. Doesn't matter what picture it is of him, what photo it is, whether it's in my house, my mum's house, my nana's house, anybody. He always looks at it, puts his arm out, and starts doing that with his hand. He's like reaching for it. Does it all the time. Like we refer to him as grandpa. So when we say to him now, like if there's a picture about where's grandpa, he turns around and looks at it and then starts doing that again. So which is cute, it's nice.
Mhm.
But then one night when I was bathing him, so in the bath, the way he sat, if he turns around, he can see straight into his bedroom. So he
Mhm.
turned around and he starts doing that, and
No.
I was like, "Why are you doing that there? There's no photo there." Like he doesn't do that to anything else apart
Mhm.
from no, it's a different hand thing that he does when he wants crisps or chips, as you would say. So he started doing that in the bath. He was like, say, reaching out, doing that with his hand, and I was like, "That's weird." Oh, and that's weird as hell.
Mhm.
And at the time, I felt different. I'd like again, it wasn't the same feeling that I got when I was trying to go to sleep in my granddad's old bedroom.
Mhm.
I don't know, the house, the room, the bathroom where I was, that just felt different. Like because there was only me and him, there was only me and Elijah in the house, but it felt like there was somebody else there, but I didn't know where they were.
Yeah. Well,
Like, they could have been in my wardrobe for all I knew. It was like,
they were right in front of him. He was reaching. He can see him. He can see grandpa.
but this is what's weird then. So I was like, right, I'll record him and I'll send it to Michelle and I'll send it to JJ as well. And I was like, because I don't know how all this stuff works. I was like, if I send them a video, I don't know, maybe they might be able to send something even like from that. So I was like,
Yeah.
bugger it, we'll see what happens. So just recording him, he's just in the bath doing what babies do. And then he starts doing it again. And I turned my phone around to point it at the door, and it didn't show up at the time. But when you watch the video back, my phone just glitched out and the screen just goes bright
Yeah.
green.
It does. Right
Mm,
as you go to the door.
hmm. Yeah. So that was weird as hell.
Because more than likely, you've used your phone many times, recorded videos many times, and it doesn't do that.
Any phone I've ever had has never done that once.
Mhm.
So,
Yep.
like I say, that's weird.
That is weird. Yeah.
But like I say, I didn't even realize that had happened until I sent it to them, until I
Yeah.
started sending it to people.
Yeah.
I was like, whoa, what the hell? Now I was like, no, this is freaking me out even more now.
Yeah.
And then then I was talking to Michelle because she was telling me, like, to talk to him and stuff, and I'd just got myself some cat balls. So I was like I said to her, "I'm gonna feel like a right twat if I'm sat in my house being like, 'Oh, granddad, if you're here, touch this cat ball,' just while I'm sat in there on my own, 'cause I don't know why I'd feel weird." So I was like, "Can I just think it in my head? Does it still work?" She was like, "Yeah,
Mhm.
of course it does." I was like, "Right,
Yeah.
cool." So this was a couple of nights after the bath incident. So put him to bed again. It was just me and him in the house. I was watching TV, so then I turn the cat ball on, put it on the shelf underneath the TV, and I just sat there staring at it for about 5 minutes. Wasn't even watching the TV. I was just staring at this ball. I was like, weird. It's
Yeah.
weird. And then like trying to psych myself up, like to think something in my head. So then literally just sat there and just thought to myself in my head, Grandad, if you're here, touch that cat ball. And I hadn't even finished like thinking that sentence in my head, and it started flashing and going off.
Yeah. Yep. He's around.
But again, that was a weird feeling as well. Like it was a nice feeling, but it was also like, whoa, what the
Yeah. It is
yeah.
very weird because, like, I I'm sensitive, and I can tell when they're around, and it is a
Mm,
different energy. When I was in Belvoir, we were sitting around talking, telling stories, and, I was a new person, so they were getting to know me
mm,
because they know me from the internet, but we've never sat around and talked. So we were sitting in person talking and telling stories back and forth about our kids and about our experiences. And as we were sitting there, it was 4 of us, and the rest had gone to dinner, and we had just door dashed because we were tired. It was a long few days. And so we were just sitting there, and I was just stopped talking and looked up because somebody walked up. Not
mm,
anybody that was alive, not anybody we can see, but I could feel them walk up on us. And they weren't negative, they were just
mm,
listening. And there was a lot of kids there because it was an orphanage, and it was almost like they came for story time. And then
yeah,
everybody else got back from dinner, and we got this Raggedy Ann doll that has an, REM pod or EMF reader in it, and we put
yeah.
her Carol Ann, we put her right there. She started going crazy. So we put her in the chair that I was sitting in, and we started talking to whatever was there, and it started responding to questions, and we narrowed down that her name was Alice. She had brown hair and green eyes, and she was 4. So, it was very
Mm,
cool, and it wasn't like I know
yeah,
exactly that feeling because it's the energy shift. It's a very slight feeling in the air, and it's just like it's almost like I compare it to static field.
yeah,
When you get around a lot of just electricity and you're like, "Ugh," but that's what it
mm,
feels like. It's different. It's
yeah,
not bad, but when it is bad, have you ever been around, like, intense negativity?
yeah, yeah.
That's a different feeling than
Mm,
just the
mm.
presence of a neutral or happy spirit.
Yeah. Well, I think that's what I had when we had that night in the woods because the only reason we ended up leaving there, apart from obviously getting turned around somehow that made no sense whatsoever, was I got to the point where, like, I was literally gonna be sick. I was like, I do not feel well at all. And then
Yeah.
the second we climbed back over that fence out of the woods and got back on the road, I felt absolutely fine.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, for sure.
Weird. Mm.
I've
But I
I have
said that
felt that
the
way.
one there with my granddad with a cat ball though, that was a weird feeling because whilst obviously, like I said, the house felt weird, like, everything just felt weird. It was like a whoa moment. It was like because even though I had to psych myself up to do it, there was still a part of my head that going like, no, nothing's gonna happen."
Right. You got
But
confirmation.
then yeah, well, that's what I mean. That's why now I say that I believe in things more, but I still don't know what it is.
Yeah. Well, that's okay. I have a feeling as time goes on and you start doing more and more, you are going to be able to narrow down what you believe in and what you don't believe in.
Well, hopefully, and then I won't have to ask so many questions.
Keep asking questions. It's good to ask questions. If you don't ask questions, then really shitty people will take advantage of you if you don't ask
Well, yeah.
questions. Okay.
But to me, that's why a good question that, like, people ask is if you could have, because obviously to you it is, but if you could have it be, common knowledge that the paranormal, ghosts, spirits, and all that stuff is 100% fact,
Mhm.
would you want it to be?
For everybody? I don't know.
I always say no because think about it. If it was, this conversation wouldn't be happening.
Right. That's exactly why I said I don't know because, like,
Mm,
I feel sad for people that don't believe because,
mm,
like, I am still so connected with my past loved ones and past friends. And it is a continued relationship that I have with them that is so special. And
Yeah.
it's very comforting when you lose somebody, when you know they're still around, you can feel their presence and there is confirmation because I receive confirmation all the time from my past loved ones that they are around. So it's like,
Mm,
I hate that not everybody gets to feel this and experience this. But at the same
mm,
time, if everybody did, then just be like, you know,
yeah.
nobody want to hear
Yeah,
about
but
it. Nobody want to talk about it.
exactly. But I also think, like, even for people like ourselves who do believe in things, then the conversation would be pointless because, like I said, like my first story there, like if everything was 100% fact, we'd have a reason for it. So we wouldn't be sat here be going, "Oh, that's weird," because we'd have an
Yeah.
answer for it.
Yeah. It'd be like, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. I get it.
Doing this would be nowhere near as fun.
Yeah, that's true. And it needs to be fun because once it turns into
Exactly.
work, it's no longer fun.
Exactly.
Has anything else happened?
But no, at the minute, that's pretty much it at the minute.
I have a feeling you're gonna have a lot more.
Mhm.
Mhm.
Oh, that was it. I picked Elijah up from nursery the other day, and the first thing they said to me, they was like, "Oh, does he ever just, like, stare into space and wave and laugh at someone that's not there?" And I was like, "Yeah, all the time."
Yep. It's just grandpa. Grandpa's watching
Mm.
over him.
Oh, it could be bloody anybody.
I have a feeling that grandpa is very like, I don't know, I just have a feeling that grandpa is very much attached to Elijah. I
Mm,
think he's a very proud grandpa. He loves his grandson. Is he the first grandson? Like, I guess great-grandson?
mhm,
There you go.
yeah. In
Yep.
our family, he's the first boy born since me.
Were you and your grandpa close?
Mhm.
Mhm. Yep. There you go. Okay. Yep. Well, I know what I believe. Well, Liam, tell everybody where they can find you.
Wherever you get podcasts, Spotify, Apple, Amazon, all that usual places.
Mhm.
We're on YouTube now as well. Put all the videos on there. Not that many
Am I
people
on
watch
there
them, like,
yet?
but it's there. Yeah.
Hey, famous. I'm just kidding.
You're on there more than anybody, actually, because the first videos I put on were free clips from your show, and then now the full one's on there. So you're on there more than anybody, buddy.
Hello,
Apart from me,
everybody.
obviously. You're on there more than Billy.
Oh my goodness. Well, thank you so much, everybody. I will have Liam and the Spooky Shed podcast, all the links in the show notes. If you want to go and check him out, do so. I highly recommend it. He's a lot like my show. He interviews different people, so different people of all walks of life sharing different stories, and they're very fascinating. So make sure you go and listen. You support him on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook. He's everywhere as well. And while you are there, make sure you follow me and Ghost Gossip Pod, Ghost Gossip Podcast, Ghost Gossip, all the places. I'll have my stuff in the show notes too. You know where to find it. And until next time, I'll see you later.